Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to Stokes Sounds Off. I'm your host, James Stokes. I am pleased to now share some thoughts about Elder Quentin Cook in honor of his 85th birthday today. Let's dive right into that subject. Quentin Lamar Cook was born to J. Vernon and Bernice Cook on this day in 1940 in Logan, Utah. His ancestry includes his great-great-grandfather, Elder Heber C. Kimball, who was one of the original apostles of the church and who was instrumental in bringing the gospel to England and in supporting the prophet Joseph Smith at key moments when apostates made efforts to replace Brother Joseph as the Lord's mouthpiece. Young Quentin was a middle child, having an older brother and a younger sister. He grew up in a very gospel-centered home, although his father eventually lost interest in church activity. At the age of 15, young Quentin had a discussion with his brother Joe that changed his life. Joe was unsure whether to continue his medical school studies or delay them in order to serve a mission, with their father favoring the former option. During that conversation, Quentin and Joe determined that either the gospel was true or it wasn't, and that if it was, serving a mission would be the best possible use of Joe's time. Joe's decision to go on a mission resulted in young Quentin eventually accepting his own call to serve in the British mission. One of Quentin's two mission presidents was Elder Marion D. Hanks, who simultaneously served as a General Authority 70. At one point during young Quentin's mission, his companion was Elder Jeffrey R. Holland. Though the two didn't know it at the time, both would go on to serve as General Authority 70s and as colleagues in the Quorum of the 12 Apostles. Elder Cook later noted the following in relation to Elder Jeffrey R. Holland. Quote, "Sometimes we receive revelation even when we do not know the Lord's purposes. Shortly before Elder Jeffrey R. Holland was called to be an apostle in June of 1994, I had a beautiful revelatory experience that he would be called. I was a regional representative at the time and could see no reason I would be given that particular knowledge. But we were companions as young missionaries in England in the early 1960s, and I had a great love for him. I considered the experience a tender mercy for me. In recent years, I have wondered if the Lord was preparing me to be junior in the 12 to an incredible missionary companion who was my junior companion when we were young missionaries. I sometimes warn young missionaries to be kind to their junior companions because they never know when they might become their senior companions." Close quote. Elder Cook returned from his mission with a strong testimony of the truthfulness of the gospel and of the Savior, and a resolve to associate with people who love the Savior as well, both within and outside of the church. He married his high school sweetheart, Mary Gaddy, in the Logan, Utah temple on November 30th, 1962. Their posterity includes 3 children and numerous grandchildren. Quentin graduated from Utah State University with a degree in political science and from Stanford University with a Juris Doctorate degree. As a managing partner in a San Francisco Bay Area law firm, he specialized in business law. He later became the president and chief executive officer of California Healthcare System and was vice chairman of Sutter Health Systems as well. His church service has included being a bishop, stake president's counselor, during a period of time when his brother Joe was president of that same stake president, regional representative, and area authority. While serving in the stake presidency, he developed a great love for people of all nations. having responsibility for Spanish, Tongan, Samoan, Tagalog, Mandarin, and Cantonese congregations. He was named a member of the Second Quorum of the 70 on April 6, 1996, and a member of the First Quorum of the 70 on April 4th, 1998. He served as a member of area presidencies in the Philippines, the Pacific, and in North America. He also served as the executive director of the church's missionary department during the period of time that Preach My Gospel was developed and instituted as the standard guidebook for missionaries. He was subsequently called to the presidency of the 70 on August 1st, 2007. 9 days after that, the death of President James E. Faust, who had been serving as second counselor to church president Gordon B. Hinckley, would wind up having an unexpected impact on Elder Cook's life. As the October 2007 General Conference rolled around, then Elder Henry B. Eyring was called as President Hinckley's new second counselor, and that created a vacancy in the Quorum of the 12 Apostles. On October 6, 2007, Elder Cook was sustained to fill that vacancy, and he was ordained an apostle 5 days later. Elder Cook has spoken 38 times in General Conference, twice as a General Authority 70, and 36 additional times in the almost 18 years since his call to the apostleship. I am grateful for his service as a special witness of Jesus Christ, and I wholeheartedly sustain him and the other apostles in their divine responsibilities. With respect to other apostles, I also wanted to note here that tomorrow I will release another video in honor of our beloved prophet, President Russell M. Nelson, who will then be marking his historic 101st birthday. In the meantime, I invite you to stay tuned here for my coverage of the latest updates from the Church News, the Newsroom, and the Church of Jesus Christ Temple sites. I'll be sure to pass word of those developments along to you all here as soon as I can after I learn about them. In the meantime, that does it for now. All comments are, as always, welcome and appreciated on any video or short at any time, as long as all such feedback is made in accordance with the established guidelines. I hope any of you who would like to share anything will take your opportunity to sound off in the comments section below. If you liked what you watched here and would like to stay informed of newly added videos and shorts, please consider subscribing to receive the applicable updates. Thank you for the privilege of your time. Until next time, I wish you all the best and pray that the Lord will bless you all in everything you do.